Yo everybody, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Steins. Last left off, we sent a D-mail to the past, encouraging Luca's mother to eat more veggies. I fold my arms and tilt my head. Lukaku's appearance hasn't changed a bit. I'm paying particular attention to his chest, and his chest, and his chest. As a guy, it's natural for him to have no breasts. But if he's a girl now, then that's a different story. That washboard isn't tiny breast level, it's no breast level. Didn't work. So the eat lots of vegetables to give birth to a girl thing Chris talked about was nothing but fringe science. What kind of scientist believes in such a flimsy theory anyways? What didn't work? Everyone, including Lakuko, looks at me confused. It does seem that Steiner did activate, so something happened. Don't you remember? Just now we used the phone wave, named subject to change, to... I slapped my hand over my mouth as soon as I started talking. That was careless of me, as our previous experiment proved the activation of Steiner means the world line has changed. And I'm the only one who carries his memories through the change. No one else knows what we did. So why wouldn't you share it though? Sorry, it was nothing. Afterwards, Mayuri and Lukaku happily go out shopping for lunch at a neighborhood convenience store. Christina, I wanted to ask you something. Is Lukaku... What pervy are you talking about this time? Can't you be too careful? Can't be too careful on the perv duo. We're not a perv duo. We are a pervy gentleman duo. Whatever, seriously, whatever. Damn, I can't ask now. It's really annoying that no one remembers. I don't want to think about how Krisu might react if I suddenly ask, is Lukaku a girl? I should wait until I can get Lukaku alone, then check then. But considering how his appearance hasn't changed at all, it's very likely that that the sex change failed. In that case, what did Lukaku's D-mail change? It's just like the Mocha experiment. The results is different from what we expected. The real problem is that we have no control. Ooh. Sinister music and May Queen times Nyan squared. After I leave the lab, I head to May Queen plus Nyan squared to think. Dara sits in front of me, waiting impatiently for Faris to bring our order. Dara, what do you think about the D-mail? It's cool, but kinda lame at the same time. What's lame about it? I couldn't use it to win my match against Ferristan. No, that's a selfish reason. As our experiments have shown, D-mail still hasn't reached a reliable level of precision. A true time machine must remove luck from the equation. The phone wave, named subject to change, is useless unless we could somehow give this sender more control. For starters, there's a problem how I'm the only one who can recognize the changes. Mayuri. So you want to cosplay as a warrior from the... Wait, what? Sendoku period? Alrighty, Mayuri will work extra hard to have something for Winter Komima. I know you'll be really popular with the girls. I'm not sure how to feel about that. Face. Don't tell me you plan to sell me out to the enemy. When did I say I'll cosplay? Did you email the wrong person? Send that one. I wonder if it's worth like going through some of these inboxes to see whether or not anything's changed. Oh well, we'll buy that some other time. I feel like I should have picked the other option with that phone, but oh well. For starters, there's a problem how I'm the only one who recognizes changes. Without my special power, we wouldn't even be able to check the results of the experiment. Ridiculous. Yeah, we aren't getting results. What about the Lotto 6? Pending. Although it was Lukaku's mistake that cost us the prize, he wouldn't have been in a position to make that mistake if I hadn't asked him to buy the ticket in my stead. Why did I do that? It's as if Steins guided the money away from my grasp. No, I need to think more positive. Oin Kuma will not let this keep him down. I will not give up, for I am a mad scientist. I don't understand what you're saying, but you sure seem confident about it. Someday, we'll improve the phone waveform so to change so they may be used to send things not only to the past, but also to the future. We'll improve it. No, we must improve it. For that is the choice of Steinsgate. A time machine? Ferris is standing next to me. Where the hell did she come from? Damn you, Ferris. Eavesdropping is cowardly. What do you mean? Your voice is so loud it echoes through the whole store now. What? No. Once again, a leaked classified information concealed in the future of mankind. Here's your iced coffee and your iced tea and cat food. Thanks for waiting, Jan. Does order of cat food is one of this maid's cafe specialities. It's not the usual miso over rice, but it's a stylish risotto instead. Ooh, risotto. It's one of Dao's favourite. It's actually pretty tasty. What kind of risotto? First, place the iced coffee in front of me. Did you want milk and syrup now? Never. If Kuma's going to be like that, I'll pour it all in, yeah. We'll need sugar for a healthy brain. Despite my refusal, Ferris pours all the milk and syrup into my glass. Well, that was mean. Then, speaking some nonsense incantation, she mixes my iced coffee with the straw. The whole time she stares straight into my eyes. There it is! First-hand secret technique. Eye contact mix. Eye contact mix. Oh! Dao starts explaining in excitement. Most maids can't do it without spilling a little. Yet first hand makes it look easy. That's why I love her. It's because of the secret technique that first hand reigns supreme as May Queen's #1 maid. The iced coffee in the glass changes from black to brown. Damn. She's dragging me into a pace again. Oh. Next, Ferris performs the same secret technique on Dao. Thank you, Ferris Town. I'll be sure to savor it. He bows deeply. Such a polite man. I take a sip from my iced coffee. Its bitterness and sweetness flow down my throat. When I look up, I see Ferris standing next to me, her silver tray in front of her waist. Do you need something? I won't hear the rest, yeah. Kuma and Daria were having a secret little chit-chat, yeah? Something about a time machine? Ferris really wants to hear. She gives me a babyish look with upturned eyes. But I firmly reject her. It's top secret, not for outsiders. And whose big mouth let the whole store hear, yeah? Tell Ferris down, yeah. That face. She's targeting Dow now. Don't underestimate him, Ferris Nyan, yeah. Do's my most trustworthy right-hand man, the wizard-class super hacker. He won't be tricked into diversion classified information. He built an amazing machine that can send emails to the past. I did most of the work, of course. And he's broken. Oh, Dow. Women are scary. Is that a time machine? I guess you could say that. Wow, you're awesome. Yeah, your big brain makes my heart race. You mean it? No, I'm embarrassed. Dumbass, what's with that grin? First dreams are going on a journey through time. I'll bring you along someday. Damn it, don't make promises you can't keep. By the way, it's been bugging me, but what is time anyways? Yeah? What? Time is often compared to a river, flowing from past to future. But is that really how it is? Yeah. If time is a river, then where is the present? Is it a point? Is it a line? Where does the present begin and end? Yeah. Now that you mention it, I only have a vague concept of time, never gave it any serious thought. The present is a leaf floating on the river. It moves along with the flow from past to future. So we're riding on that leaf. When you die, do you fall off it? You could say that, or points upstream from the leaf are the past, downstream the future. Huh. But is that leaf only the present for humans, Nya? Meaning humans make units to define and observe time, which is how we know this leaf is the present. But if every living thing in the universe went extinct, nothing would exist to observe the present, yeah. In that case, where would the present go, yeah? Wouldn't something like God or the will of the universe observe it? But what if God is a four-dimensional being who can freely move through time, yeah? Four-dimensional space-time is comprised of the three spiritual dimensions plus the fourth dimension, time. Three-dimensional beings, like humans, can only move in the three spiratical dimensions. A four-dimensional being would be able to move through time as easily as humans can move through air. If God is the only one who decides the present, then wouldn't our present move with him? This is hard. Yeah, there's a lot of questions that, you know, can't know the answer to. So what you're saying is the present is subjective to the observer. If you go with that assessment, then the past and the future also depends on the observer. If first used the time machine to travel back 1 week, then Komando's present would become Ferris's future. I guess that makes sense. So how does the leaf model reflect that difference, yeah? Neither Dow nor I have an answer to that. Perhaps nobody has an answer. Just like the collapse of causality thing that Krisu mentioned. Does that mean that time machines and time travel are impossible after all? But CERN's Jellified test subject physically travelled as far back as 1921, and we have changed the past ourselves. Anyway, if everything depends on the observer, then clocks are meaningless, yeah? Well, yeah, time as a concept that we have it is completely a concept that we've built for convenience. Like, you could say it's 24 hours in a day, but it's different depending on where you are in the world, just what time it is and all this nonsense and this, that whole, a day could last, theoretically, 50 hours. If you start on the one extreme of the time zones and travel all the way around the world, following the time, it will be through the time zones. You can have one day last a total of 50 hours. So it just shows how kind of made up time and clocks are for us. It's kind of funny, but whatever. It still helps record it, I guess. Fun time flies and hard times drag now. In other words, the flow of time changes depending on your point of view. Speaking of which, you grow old. As you grow older, it feels like time starts to flow faster, doesn't it? Janet's law. Janet's law, is that the whole you have less things? Perspective on the passage of time proposed by psychologist Janet. For some reason, as one ages, time seems to pass more quickly. For example, 1 year is 1/7 of a 7-year-old's life, but only 1/70th of a 70-year-old's life. By this reason, the subject's length of time is individually proportional to age. Yeah, that explained it a lot better than I did. First thinks about this stuff sometimes, yeah. I think time might not be something as simple as a river. Yeah, the more you think about it, the more complicated it gets. The strict definition of time, similar to the question of where is the self, in one of humanity's essential questions, is one of humanity's essential questions. Countless renowned scholars have left this question unanswered. There's no way amateurs like us can answer it. But there's one thing I can do. Fret not, though physics and philosophy may deny us. Our machine has made time travel possible. Am I correct, Dao? Yeah, that's right. Nah, looks like you guys have kicked reason to the curb. The first wants to use the time machine too. Can I? Please? Sure, I'll use it as much as you want first time. Really? Then it's a promise. I feel like we've been manipulated here into letting her do it. Don't decide things on your own. First brings up withdrawing Hoaxtower's rooted body. That's all it takes to make Dow look like he died. He's dead and gone to heaven. After killing some time at May Queen, I leave Dow and head back to the lab. The only person there is Mayuri. She's working on a costume. Mayuri, you're like a housewife, bringing the midnight oil, burning the midnight oil a little bring. You're like a housewife burning the midnight oil to bring a little more money home. Midnight oil? Are we eating? Kids these days. Besides, Marushi doesn't change for costumes. She seems like she understands the rest of what I said. It was a joke anyway. Hobbies should be hobbies. So just be hobbies, you know? It makes me happy to see someone wearing a costume I made. Do you want to become a designer? Come to think of it, Mary never talked about her future. No way! It's too hard. And what's your dream? Mine is to destroy the system and purge the world into chaos. She just wants to keep hanging out in the lab. What? You want to be a lab man forever? I appreciate your enthusiasm, but this lab has no interest in profit. You always be hurting for food. You know, Ocarine, you have 6 lab members now. Isn't that amazing? Mayushi never expected we'll grow this big. That's a sudden change in topic. For some reason, she's puffing her chest out in pride. It's all because Mayushi became your hostage. No, that's nothing to do with it. I tricked every last one of you into joining with my masterful manipulations. You shouldn't say stuff like that. And besides, you didn't trick me. That's true. You came of your own volition. She joined the lab without even asking. Without my ever asking. When she appeared in the doorway and offered to join, I thought she was a goddess sent from heaven. Ocarine, can Mayushi still be a hostage? Is that a joke or a serious question? I can't tell. Is that what you want? Well, Mayuri drops the costume in her hand, and then she smiles shyly. Maybe it is. Such a masochist. I had no idea. But, I mean, as long as I'm your hostage, Mayushi won't be lonely, and neither will Ocarine. I see. Sometimes Mayuri throws me off my game. But if that's her reason for staying in the lab, then I'm happy. I better get going. Mayushi stands up and starts putting away her various sewing tools. Mayuri? Want to get something to eat on the way back? My treat? Really? You never treat me. I'm in a good mood today. Then how about kitchen Gio? Well, their mince cutlet is god tier. She'll get no argument from me. Just leave it to me. Yay! I love you, Ocarine. Mayushi's really happy. Well, at least she's easy to please. Mayuri and I head to Kitchen Gio. After that, I'll see her safely to the station. Yay. Let's have a quick check on the phone. From Faris. I told you. It's too late, Nya. Catastrophe. Too late? What are you talking about? You have told me nothing. Okay. A bit different. Spend the next morning doing laundry at the nearby laundromat. When I return to the lab, past noon, Dao, Mayu, and Chris are all assembled. Thanks for coming on a Saturday. Your devotion to science makes me proud. Yeah. Chris sighs deeply. It's the middle of summer, but instead of going on vacation, I'm stuck in the sauna with a bunch of pervs. Where did I go wrong? She really given us a verbal beatdown. Ouch. Wipe your tears, you experiment-loving girl without a single friend. I'm not crying. Besides, you're the one who told us to be here. Indeed. This was one who obeyed my orders and arrived on time. Was you. But the one who obeyed my orders and arrived on time was you. You know, Chris-chan, you're actually a very honest and hard-working girl. That's what Mayushi thinks. Mayushi smiles and eats some of her nuggets from McDee's. Fast food hamburger chain, boasting top market share based in America. That's what makes her so adorable. Huh? What? How could a girl say something like that while eating a nugget? Nothing wrong with eating a nugget. Don't let it bother you. That's just Mayuri's nature. I've been with her for a long time, so I'm used to it. A Yuri flag. I get it. A metafiction term refers to a common method of foreshadowing particular events. A death flag, for example, suggests that a character will die shortly. Death flags and romance flags are most frequent. For example, a common death flag in American stuff is like claiming you're a couple of weeks from retirement. That is a death flag. Potentially. Please unget it. Here, Chris-chan, have a nugget. Thanks. While listening to the heartwarming banter, I put my laundry on the table. However, don't put that there. It's filthy. Just watch them. Like I care. What kind of guy puts his underwear in a girl's face? Have some decency. If you're that interested in my underwear, just say so. What? I'm not interested at all. Come on, guys. No more talking about underwear. Maybe she's trying to eat it. All comes down to food with her. How can you say that when you're still shoveling nuggets into your mouth? Don't interrupt me. I end up putting my laundry in the changing room. As I explained to Daria yesterday, I've noticed something about the results of our experiments. D-mails have way too many uncertain variables. We can never be sure what will happen when we send one. It's not like we could do anything about that. After all, the result is up to whoever receives the mail. Of course, if you can analyze with the receptionist's psychology, then you might be able to manipulate them into doing what you want. Though, that might be a bit too much for hurrying what underwear here. You just want to say underwear, didn't you? Underwear aside, the fact that D-mail is still far from complete. I need a more reliable time machine before I expose Siren and the organization and purge the world into chaos. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I call here for today. You here today and propose that today's round conference table is another round table. If you want a round table conference that much, at least go buy a round table. It's a metaphor, woman. Remember what Okuin says? Chris-chan, the round table's in our hearts. Mayuri-san, you're really innocent. You really shouldn't take everything said seriously. Really? I like how she's always eating as well. She has more food there already. The round table doesn't matter now. More importantly, the purpose of today's meeting is to explore methods of true physical time travel, not just D-mail. With the object of sending someone to the past like Seren has. Don't be ridiculous. That was fast. And she's glaring at me even harder than she's been doing the whole underwear thing. Seren has the best equipment in the world, and even after 9 years, they still haven't succeeded. We can't possibly hope to accomplish something like that. You will become a gel ocarine. Kind of sound like a Gero Froggy. Why did those things get popular anyways? Gero Froggy? Series of plush strapped creatures featuring ugly yet cute frog characters, which became a fad among high school girls in Shibuya 1 year ago. After the Shibuya earthquake, the series was cancelled and their popularity faded rapidly. This isn't a laughing matter. Isn't it too early to give up? Haven't we already succeeded with D-mail? A first in human history? But we're not the first. Didn't Seren do it before us? Humanity's first time traveling email. For we who have achieved that miracle, nothing is impossible. Such baseless confidence. Anyway, wasn't it just a coincidence that we discovered D-mail? We still haven't figured out what what's functioning as the lifter. We just need to figure that out, don't we? It's futile. How do you solve a problem that even Seren can't figure out? If you can't set a destination, then you don't know where to leap. You'll leap to. I'll pass on leaping into deep space, thanks. That's a problem. If you can't control where you'll end up, the time machine is worthless. Wait a second. We didn't set the destination when we send D-mail. Yeah, it still arrives where it's supposed to. How do you explain that? Now that you mention it. You sent the mail address, right? Isn't that enough? It is? I don't think a phone signal could be received from millions of kilometers away. I bet you get a busy signal or something. It's an interesting thought. I stare at my phone. Maybe our cell phones are acting like black holes and white holes. White holes? The reverse of a black hole, where nothing can escape. While nothing can escape a black hole, everything is ejected from a white hole. The existence of white holes are hinted at theoretically, but actually proof is impossible. They've never been observed. I am just instantly remembered of the Red Dwarf episode, White Hole. It's possibly my favourite Red Dwarf episode. Just because of how everything plays out. I feel like I need to watch that now. Maybe our cell phones are acting like black holes and white holes. That makes a lot of sense. You have zero basis, yeah. It's possible that we form a wormhole? Is it possible? Sorry? No wormholes have ever been confirmed to exist. I groan. Chris and Doe fall silent. The problem has stumped them too. Mary's the only one smiling. She probably doesn't understand and is just smiling because she feels like it. In any case, the cold, hard truth is that D-mail arrive precisely when and where we want them to. We're ahead of Seren on that regard. Unless they have their own D-mail system? I don't know. Now, can we apply D-mail technology to physical time travel? But with D-mails, we can only send 36 bytes of data. No way we could send a whole person with that kind of limit. It's the same problem that Seren is having. They're having their subjects turn into jellymen. If you want to become Gel Ocarine, I'm not stopping you. Calling the fate of Seren's researchers makes my skin crawl. Care black holes, main singularities, supergravitational space-time distortions. If you can adjust the lifter's volume of electron injection, you might be able to make the ring singularities naked. But even Seren is having a hard time controlling the lifter. Even if we do figure out what's functioning as the lifter in our time machine, I won't be able to solve the problem. I doubt we'll be able to solve the problem easily. Meaning that at present, we can only send a mere 36 bytes of data. I wonder how much data there is in a human body. Probably a bit more than 36. I bet there's more than an exabyte. Exabyte? I'm not in... Oh, it is after Terra. Okay. Prefixes are kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, terabyte, petabyte, exabyte. All increase in magnitude. 1 extra equals 1 quintillion. And just in case you don't know, 8 bits in a byte. 124 bytes in a kilobyte, 124 kilobytes in a megabyte, 1024 bytes in a kilobyte, 1024 kilobytes in a megabyte, 1024 megabytes in a gigabyte, terabyte, petabyte, exabyte. So there's a lot of bits in an extra byte. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a bit more than an exabyte. But I don't know. It would be best to leave physical transfer aside for now. Sending data through time is an amazing feat by itself. We should be satisfied with what we've got. We should understand what we've got. I think that would be a more appropriate thing to say. Sending the data through time is enough, huh? Such, presuming is unbecoming of a scientist sworn to uncover the secrets of the universe. I'm telling you to know your limits. If you're going to uncover the secrets of the universe, you need professional equipment and funding to rival Sevens. It's one thing to set lofty goals, but this improvised lab has no resources to speak of. I've been thinking, maybe we should bring the phone wave to a proper research institution and entrust it to a specialist. Sounds keeping their time machine research top secret. So if you make an official announcement, it will benefit the future of mankind. If you make an official announcement, the organization will become aware of my existence. Oh, come on. I'm being serious here. This isn't a time for your childish... And we've hacked into 7. Those heartless bastards will do anything, even experiment on human beings, and behind them is a power greater than all the nations of Earth. If we make the phone wave name subject to change public, they might have us erased. You watch too many movies. Does raise a good point though. The name Committee of 300 appeared in actual 7 document. Yeah, but... Chris's tone weakens. She's kinda scared. They find out about our hacking, they'll seriously have us killed. I didn't make any mistakes that could give us away, of course. Also, this is the biggest problem. I lower my voice and look hard at each one of them in turn. If we go public, we won't be able to do cool stuff with T-Mail anymore. Why you... No way I'm given such an awesome machine. I'm Hoyun Kuroma, the insane mind scientist who rules space and time. My desire is, that's right, chaos. This guy is hopeless. Better do something quick. A quotation of a popular manga about death notes. Spoken by the protagonist in reference to his female accomplice. Original quote, this girl is hopeless. I'll better do something quick. Used to express exasperation. Eh? Everyone freezes. Christina, are you in at channel? Shut up! I'm not, okay? Chrissy gives me her sharpest glare yet. Her eyes are so cold, my spine turns to ice. I nod and swallow what I was going to say. That reminds me, though, have you made any progress hacking into 7? He did say it would take time to learn how to use the IBM 5100. But I know he's been coming to the lab every day to work on it. His monitor's always displaying some kind of program, and his fingers have always been busy on the keyboard. Yeah, right now I'm combining combing CERN's massive database. It would take years to read it all. For now, I've passed everything that looks important to Maskishi for translation. Basically, I've gone as deep as I can go. CERN belongs to me now. Thank goodness you're on my side. If only you weren't so weak to seduction. Christina, report on the status of the translations. Can you stop talking to me like that? Pretentious and annoying as hell. Hellstar! Okay. Mario takes a cute idol-like pose and smiles for some reason. Chris-chan and Ocarina... As Ocarina's childhood friend, I promise you'll get used to how he talks eventually. I just hope it doesn't take 10 years. So you're saying you want to stay with me for 10 years? In other words, you want to work at this lab for the rest of your... It was sarcasm. Get it? Sarcasm. Oh. Give me your report, Christina. If you don't, I'll call you an art channeler. Didn't you hear me the first time? She glares at me again. My body goes cold. I've been working on the translation when I have time, but so far I haven't seen anything new about time travel. Looks like Saren is still struggling to find a solution. Maybe they'll have to wait another 24 years like Tuda said. Daryl, any other results? Well, it looks like Saren's in the middle of a big project, so the LHC's in full operation. I'm trying to see if I can cut in and maybe use it secretly. What? No way! Chris is stunned. Honestly, so am I. Is that amazing? It's not amazing, it's downright outrageous. Super hacker. What a monster. A quotation from a classic manga about glass masks, used to express amazement at someone's incredible skill. Hey, Christina. Are you doing that on purpose? Doing what? She's an art channeler, no doubt about it. Anyway, I'm just doing it for laughs. It's not like we have any reason to use the LHC. Sounds like things are going smoothly. When do you begin stage 3 of operation? What's stage 3? Saren's most secret forbidden domain. We're going to free the darkness hidden inside. In Japanese, please. The IBN 5100 database. I'm asking if you started hacking it yet. Dow frowns. We can't, remember? You said all we needed was an IBM 5100 of our own. Right, that's the problem. You can't do anything without one. Wait, huh? Again, this feeling of disconnect. This conversation isn't making sense. But I got you an IBM 5100. You haven't started working on it yet? You got one? When? Oh. Puzzled, I look at Krisu and Mayuri. Mayuri looks confused, like always. Krisu meets my eyes and shrugs her shoulders. First I've heard of it. Impossible. That just can't be. I dash into the development room. The IBN 5100 I borrowed from Yanabashi Yashi Shrine should be on the shelf inside. It's in a cardboard box and it weighs 25 kilos, too heavy for a single person to carry. But when I go to look, it's gone. It's no longer where I left it. The IBN 5100 was right here. Where did it go? Everyone looks at me in surprise. Why are you staring at me like that? The legendary PC that was donated to Yanabashi Shrine. You've seen it, remember? I don't remember. Donated to the shrine? That's stupid. Sure you weren't hallucinating? It's hot these days. Despair drags me down like quicksand. We can't hack the database without the IBN 5100. Who stole it? The organization? Saren? Saren is a possibility. Maybe they noticed our hacking and stole the IBN 5100 from the lab. No, no, no. Even if they could steal the IBN 5100 from the lab, they can't steal Mori and Dao's memories of it. What happened? Kirio Mocha. Maybe we should check with her first. Could someone other than Mocha have stolen the IBN 5100? I consider the possibilities. The next name that comes to mind is... Don't tell me it's John Taylor. Of course, Taylor's goal is to obtain the IBN 5100. And I'm already confident, contacted him several times. But how did he get my personal information? I am trying to decide whether I should send the mail. Chrissy tells me to calm down. A high school girl is child in me. She dares make a fool of Hoin Koyoma. Irritated, I explained the purpose of the IBN 5100 and how I came to attain one. During that time, I was to send Mocha a mail for confirmation. I got an IBN 5100. Did you know? Well, I feel like that might be a good place to end the episode. The IBN is gone. No one seems to know why. So yeah, find out what happens next time. Maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll end up back in May Queen Squared. Nan. Plus. Whatever. Or maybe we'll end up somewhere new. Who knows? Till then, everybody. Bye.